So Lucas, what do you think of the Bible?
It's great.
Hello friends, Daniel Gouveia here with a review of the New King James Personal Size Quentel in Imperial Blue Goatskin by Schuyler. Now, I was really looking forward to this Bible. I love the New King James translation. It's my preferred translation. And if you're like me, you're always searching for a good premium New King James. I do have the Quentel. This was advertised as something exactly the same as the Quentel, but much smaller. So I was very interested because to me, the Quentel, it's the Bible, the New King James Quentel, it's the Bible that I use the most. I love it, but it is a little bit heavy and not very portable. So I thought maybe with a personal size, I'll be well off. When I received it a few days ago, I really liked some of the features. Some things I'm not very... Really love the look of this Bible. And I am, of course, a little bit impressed with the overall quality of Schuyler Bibles. That's why I keep buying them. This one is 28 GSM paper, so it's really thin, like the Quentel, the New American Standard thin line. Beautiful Bible. It's exactly the same layout as the Quentel. I'm here in Proverbs 24. If I open the regular Quentel, regular size Quentel, in Proverbs 24, you will see, as advertised, it is exactly, well, I have some underlining here. Let me find a page that I have no underlining. Let's go to Proverbs 26. And as you can see, it's like exactly the same thing, okay? So just much smaller. Now, if you have a Quentel, a regular size Quentel, and you buy this Bible, you can see it's really nice because I think I have a little bit of a photographic memory. I like to memorize Bible verses. I look at them, and I kind of memorize not only the chapter and the verse, but in my mind, I know that it is in this little corner in the book of Proverbs. So if I forget the chapter or the verse, I just go in the book of Proverbs and I search for this little corner. Now, it is amazing to me that if you want to use a personal size Quentel, you can just go and take it with you in the car or to the office or whatever, and you will find the same verse in the exact same location. Now, the font is a little bit small for me. That's my impression. I thought I could use this Bible for Bible studies and stuff like that, and underlining it and stuff, but I don't know if I will. My son looked at this Bible and he just said, "Daddy, can I have it? I mean, you have 40 plus Bibles and I only have 2. Can you give me this one? It's so beautiful." So I kind of told him he could have it, and he's reading from it every morning for the past few days. So I think I'm really not going to be able to use it much. He's probably going to use it more than I am. But also, I don't think I would use this Bible very, very much because the font is so small. My eyesight is good, but I'm a pastor. I preach a lot. I give a lot of Bible studies, and I just like to flip the pages fast, find the verses fast, and these pages, although the paper is thin, they're easier to flip because they're so small. If you compare it, for instance, with the thin line Quentel, that was the only thing that I didn't like in the thin line Quentel was because the pages are, the paper is so thin, the pages kind of get glued to one another sometimes when you're turning them. Actually, with time, it's not happening as much but still, it's pretty thin paper. And it would make turning the pages fast, if you want to do it fast in a Bible study or preaching, make it a little bit harder. This one, it's easier, but to preach, even though I have good eyesight, I mean, you can hold it in the Bible, and you hold it in your hand and you put it, closer to your eyes, so that might work. But I don't know, it just doesn't feel like a Bible that I would use to preach unless I have my sermon all memorized and I just hold it in my hand. I did say to my son, look, if I need it, you'll have to let me borrow it, okay? For a funeral, for weddings, I think this would be perfect. It did come, my copy did come with some blemishes in the leather. I don't know if you can see it, but it has a little bit here, probably of a sting on the goat from which this leather came from. It has another one here. And it's kind of, yeah, I know this makes the Bible unique. I understand that. But when I bought my first Schuyler, was the single column format, New King James, and it was the second edition. I love the layout of this Bible. The text is just awesome. And the cover just looked perfect to me. After examining it very carefully, I do see a little thingy here, but it doesn't bother me. It's centered and you almost don't notice it. Then I bought the New King James Quentel. Same thing. The grain has no blemishes, it's just perfect. And I think you expect that from a high quality premium Bible, So same thing with the thin line Quentel. The Goatskin, just amazing, no blemishes at all. When I bought the Caxton, it came with a little scratch and with a few other blemishes if you look at it very intently. Now, this might also be because the grain in the Caxton, well, in the PSQ as well, but in the Caxton even more, it's not as pronounced as in the regular Quentel, at least the New King James that I have, or the Thintel, the thin line Quentel. So mind that. Let me see if I can show it to you. Look at this. You can clearly see that the grain is different, okay? Maybe also it's a smaller Bible, not as expensive, of course, so, but still, it's still pay $100 and I pre-ordered it, so the price for the pre-order was $175. I think after that it's $185. I don't know. Anyways, so that's it. I don't know what to tell you much more. If you know the Quentel, you know what this is. It's just much, much smaller. I did find it doesn't have a concordance like the Quentel. The maps are exactly the same. These maps, I compared it to the Quentel ones, to the regular Quentel. The colors look a little bit more alive, but maybe because I'm using the Quentel, the regular Quentel, for 2 years now. Now these are the Schuyler maps with Dr. Barry Beitzel. Very, very beautiful maps, and something I absolutely love about this Bible. Now, you will notice that the margins, of course, the Bible is small and the margins are very small. You don't have a lot of space to make any annotations. You could, but really small. And about the readability, although the font is small, you can read it very well. If you have a good eyesight, it's just like the regular Quentel, has so much space between the lines that really works. Now, something that I really, really love about this Bible, before the maps, is it has, I don't know, I think I counted like 24 pages of lined paper. Okay, look at this. It's amazing. If you want to take notes, you just go for it here, man, because it's really like an abundance of lined paper. No concordance, but you do have a lot of pages to make annotations. So that's it. I hope this Bible review is useful for someone who is considering buying this. The ribbons are beautiful. 2 ribbons, not 3 like the regular Quentel, which I understand because it's a way smaller Bible. Small, very handy. You can take it everywhere. Not heavy at all, but just remember, you do have the butterfly effect. That's what I call it. You could call it something else. But besides the butterfly effect that you may not like, I'm not sure if I like it or not. I think it looks cool in a certain way. Another way, the text block just seems like a little bit stiff. And that's it. God bless you. Bye.